Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing out there? It's another beautiful, gorgeous day here in LA. It's a very, very pleasant day, actually. It was a scorching sun for the past few days, and today we are expecting a major something from tonight onwards for the next few days. So the day was very pleasant. It's so far so good. And how is it all for you out there? And welcome to yet another wonderful episode of Artists Beyond Limits series with an amazing Carnatic vocalist. And you will all know, I probably announced it out loud there, so you will all know I will bring her in very soon. But before we start, until all our audiences gather together, let me just have a little, talk with you all. Before I start with this, in our state of California, especially Southern California, is expecting a major hurricane, and meaning hurricane really, and we are all like a little bit worried. It's really big, they are saying, and we are all warned with a bit of worrisome situation here from tonight till the next few days. I'm hoping that everything is going to be okay, but we are prepared and for any disaster, but hanging in there. And it's called the Hurricane Hillary to bring a major flood risk to California, and a Category 2 storm, and is expected to bring, catastrophic and life-threatening flooding to Mexico especially, and parts of Southern California and Los Angeles and San Diego, in the United States, they are all expecting that. The storm, which prompted a first ever tropical storm warning for Southern California, including LA and San Diego, Riverside County, and most of the counties in Los Angeles, is moving faster than originally forecasted. That's one thing. It's now expected to impact the U.S. Earlier in the day. It's supposed to be on Sunday, but it's going to be, today is Saturday here, and it's Friday night. Saturday evening, but it's expected a little bit earlier, and could drop more than a year's worth of rain in areas of California, Nevada, and Arizona, they are saying. If Hillary makes a landfall in California as the tropical storm, it will be a rare occurrence also. The first such storm there in over, they say, 80 years. I think 1939, there was a major. After that, they're expecting this to be the one of the major ones. So anyhow, let's not worry about it right now, because we are having a wonderful session. So let's focus on that one, right? But please keep us all in your prayers, and so that I can come back next week with another beautiful, so I'm crossing my fingers, so hoping that everything is going to be fine. Anyhow, so let's come to the point now about today's episode. Throughout history, music has served as a powerful force that transcends language barriers, cultural differences, and time itself. From earlier time of Samagana period, Samaveda period, tribal chants, to the, classical period, to the modern Bollywood, Hollywood pop hits, music has been an integral part of human expression and connections. In yesteryears, music played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural fabrics of societies. Classical Carnatic music to the traditional folk songs conveyed stories of deities, making us to visualize divine world, as well as a triumph, struggle of people in that period, and the unity, preserving the essence of vessels of heritage, carrying the collective memories and emotions of entire then and now communities. From the divine music of Indian classical music to the stirring tunes of folk music and soulful ballads of European music, and music reflected the essence of life in different eras, fostering a sense of belonging and a shared identity with, throughout the world. As we transition into the present, the impact of music on our communities remains as potent as ever. We all know that. Today's music artists and singers are using their platforms to address not only yesteryear's divine music but also important current social issues, and catalyze a positive change in the world. They are lending their voices to to several causes, I would say, such as environmental conservation, mental health awareness, and women health, men health, and children's health, and social justice, so on and so forth. Through their lyrics and performances, artists are not only entertaining us but also inspiring us to reflect on the world around us, to take action. Isn't this beautiful? Moreover, the digital age has democratized music creation and distribution, enabling artists to reach global audiences throughout the constraints of traditional gatekeepers. Emerging musicians can now connect directly with fans, fostering intimate relationships that transcend geographical boundaries. This accessibility, through all our media and, YouTube and Facebook, like what we are doing also, has given rise to the diverse array of voices from different backgrounds, and enriching our musical landscape and promoting inclusivity. In recent times, we have witnessed, artists rallying support during times of crisis, especially the crisis I spoke to you, and already a lot of artists are jumping into it to speak about it through their music and here. From charity concerts to relief efforts, musicians have united to provide aid to those in need. During COVID time, we all knew how, everybody joined hands together to do so much to the world. Their music becomes a rallying cry, instilling hope and resilience in communities facing adversity. Let's not forget the emotional solace that music offers also. In the fast paced world where stress and anxiety often prevails, music provides sanctuary for the soul. We also know that. And it has the power to uplift spirits, ease worries, and bring joy even in the most challenging times, such as COVID, or, that's the recent one we all knew about. Through headphones, speakers, and live performances, music serves as a healer as well, reminding us of our shared humanity. We all are aware Carnatic music is more than just a melody, just few melodies that you hear. It is an intricate tapestry woven from devotion, discipline, and creativity. The impact of classical Carnatic vocalists on our communities is multifaceted, I would say. Firstly, they are custodians of traditions, safeguarding an art form that carries the cultural essence of generations. How many generations? Through rigorous training and tireless practice, they ensure that the melodies and techniques that have been passed down through the ages remain alive and vibrant. Furthermore, Carnatic musicians are cultural ambassadors, carrying the soul of Carnatic music to audiences across the globe. Their performances are bridges that connect diverse cultures and foster cross cultural understanding as they render intricate compositions of yester and today's musicians with precision and passion. They transcend language barriers, touching hearts and leaving indelible impressions. Today, we are going to be talking to one such finest vocalist to share her expertise and experience and her childhood memories, everything with us. You all figured out who that is? Yes, I'm going to talk about her a little bit at this time. Born in a family of teachers of high repute, Shankari Krishnan attributes her interest in music to her parents, Sri S. Maniyam and Srimati Sita Maniyam, who encouraged her to pursue music as a profession. You know, how many parents do that? I mean, I was scared of sending my kids into music. That's why I sent one as a doctor and the other as an engineer. But at the end of the day, they both became musicians, you know. But how many parents voluntarily, have the children without fear, send them to do music? I'm very proud of them. Shankari Krishnan did her BA music at Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College in Trichy, and MA MPhil music from the University of Madras. Hey, big high five, because I am a graduate from Madras University as well. And she is a gold medalist, and I am not one. And that is a big difference. She was initiated into music at Tiruvannai Kovil Trichy by Sri K.S. Subramanian. His encouragement had fired a passion in Shankari to pursue music as a career also, so that is wonderful. While doing her post-graduation in music in Chennai, she had the good fortune of becoming a disciple of one of the greatest maestros of all times, Padma Bhushan Sri Lalgudi G. Jayaraman sir. And he is a legendary musician, we all know, and it is really a privilege and for her to go and study under his guidance. This privilege continued uninterrupted for more than 20 years until the great guru left his mortal coils. And it's very unfortunate. She has been fortunate to absorb his music and become a responsible torchbearer of the great Lal Gudi Bani. Shankari has also learned correlated objective music education training from Dr. Karekudi S. Subramaniam sir and director of Brihatvani. I just missed learning under his guidance because he also came to Madras University to the music department, and I just graduated when he entered in. So I never had a chance to learn even one single song from him. He is a greatest inspiration for a lot of students, and I would say, and I just missed it. That is an unfortunate situation. And a great artist of All India Radio Chennai, she has performed in the prestigious Akashwani Sangeet Sammelan and national programs in AIR and Doordarshan. She has also given many interviews and interactive programs in Doordarshan and other regional channels. She has performed under the aegis of Sangeet Natak Academy and has been performing in almost all the prestigious organizations and sabhas in Chennai and all over India, and has also rendered special Veena and voice concerts alongside eminent Veena maestro Dr. Karekudi S. Subramaniam sir. She has also rendered special thematic concerts like a folk classical. Isn't it amazing? And she has also been giving concert tours in the US, Europe, and Asian countries. Shankari has done interactive performances with the popular Western classical and jazz musicians, international repute. She had the rare privilege of being part of OMI if I didn't say it wrong, OMI International Musicians Residency. That's one of the very prestigious residency programs in the United States, actually in New York, wherein she has rendered interactive performances with top musicians from all over the globe. It's really amazing. That's one of the finest residency program in the U.S. And besides being an accomplished performer, Shankari is also an established teacher. She has been a lecturer in music at Mother Teresa Women's University, and she has also been a senior faculty at Brihatvani and a Research and Training Center, Brihatvani Research and Training Center for the Music of the World. It's world music for many years. Shankari has composed music for Ramacharitram, a Bharatanatyam dance ballet for Shanmukha Arts, Mumbai. Through her initiative, Samruddhi, Center for Eternal Music Pursuit, Shankari blends her rich concert experience and glorious academic achievements and the innovative institutional teaching methodology while imparting music to many students at home and across the globe through Skype and Zoom and so forth. She's also been enriching the listening experiences with a number of her classical and devotional CDs. It's still available. You can go and check it out. Sankari Krishnan has many awards to her credits, and I'm going to be, she has so many. It's a 10 pages worth of award, but I'm going to just say a few of them, which really, I wanted to mention that. Isai Arasi Award, Maharaja Prasamtanam award, and Sangeeta Seva Mani title, Nallisai Kalaignar title, and Perumbana Nangai title, Gandharva Vidyadhara title, Srimati D.K. Patamal Award of Excellence, Best Vocalist Award at Indian Fine Arts Society and Sri Krishna Ganasabha Chennai, Ravi Verma Memorial Gold Medal, and many, many, many more. I mean, at least I wanted to just bring the ones which, I wanted to just talk to you all about. She performed almost in every concert venues in India, I would say, and in several other countries as well, almost in all continents. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Sankari Krishnan on world stage. Let's just bring her in, and give me a second before I bring her in. Shankari, how are you, ma? Namaste, namaste, namaskaram.
Namaste.
So, how are you doing? It's beautiful to see you in a great, beautiful green and purple. You look gorgeous. How is that out there for you? How are you doing, Shankari?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me, Dr. Rose, and I feel honored to be featured in your program. Thank you for the kind words. You just, kind of a very detailed info about me. Thank you.
I'm supposed to be speaking a lot more than that, but unfortunately, I wanted to just say few words about you. You are beyond all this. That's the reason you are here in this program, Artists Beyond Limit series. But I shrink most of it. What is that you deserve, and what is that you deserved already? I have to just say at least few, but you definitely need 10 pages to 12 pages worth of talk today. So Shankari, tell me, how do you feel?
Thank you so much. Very, very happy.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Very happy. Before I start, at the outset, I thank the Almighty and my gurus who have blessed me to be what I am today.
So happy to hear that.
Some echo is coming, right?
Right. It's because we both are actually unmuted. So as soon as you speak, I will mute myself, so that way we will avoid that kind of echoing.
Sure.
Yeah. That happens with these kind of broadcast. That's not a problem. I'm going to mute myself soon. But before we start anything, I just, wanted to thank you, first of all, to come and talk to our audience worldwide. And I just wanted to, typical question I would like to ask you, that everybody get asked, can you please tell us about your childhood, your family, parents, any siblings, your schooling, and your upbringing as a young child or teenage girl, so, and I know it's like a lot of questions put together in one question, so you can answer as much as possible, Shankari.
Sure.
You need to unmute yourself when you speak. I'm muting myself here.
Sure. I was born in Mannargudi near Tanjavur district and grew up in Tiruvanikovil, Trichy. My parents were teachers in Tiruvanikovil High School, Trichy. I have an elder sister and an younger brother. My sister Narayani Krishnan is a postgraduate in physics. And after working for Baba Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, throughout her career, she retired recently. My brother Shatanathan is into IT field and is working in Singapore. My husband, very supportive husband, Sri Krishnan, has been working with the government of India right from the beginning of his career. He has learned Bharatanatyam from the great legend Padma Shri Dandayudapani Pillai's daughter, Kalaimamani Dr. Uma Anand. So I'm so blessed to be, I'm blessed to have a very supportive family. Although music was part of our family, none of them have taken it as a profession. My mom and her sisters have learned for some years. My aunt, my chitti, Srimati Thangamani Ramaswamy, she started performing, but due to certain circumstances, she could not take it as profession. My sister and brother also have learned for a few years. My sister used to say that I was good in identifying ragas even at the age of 7 or 8. However, I started learning formally only when I was 12 from Guru Tiruvanikovil, Sri K. Subramanian, alias Doraiswamy Iyer. He was also related to Chambai Vaidyanath Bhagavatar, the great Vidwan. I was happily learning music and getting prizes from various competitions and in a district level and state level competitions. So after my, that is 10th standard, I took science as my subject for 11th and 12th in Savitri Vidyasala, Trichy. My music teacher at Savitri Vidyasala, Srimati Ramani ma'am, she wanted me to take music as my main subject, and she convinced me and my parents and motivated me to do so. So that is a reason I joined BA Music in SR Sitakrishna Ramasamy College. The managing trustee of SR College, Mr. Panchab Kesan, was fond of music and encouraged the music department in a great way. Dr. Chandrika was our HOD, head of the department. Dr. Lalita Rukmani, Dr. Sharadambal, Dr. Malarvi, Dr. Maithili, Dr. S.V. Maithili were other teachers in the department. All teachers were very supportive. As my professor, Dr. Chandrika, told me many good things about our music department, University of Madras, the staff, the unique music scenario in Chennai. So she wanted me to equip more, and she also helped me with a scholarship to pursue my MA music in the university. Thus, she has played a very important role in my life, for which I'm ever grateful. As you know, we all have been very fortunate to study in the Department of Music, University of Madras. You are my senior. We had excellent faculty like Dr. Sita, Dr. Ramanathan, Dr. K.S.S. Subhana ma'am, Dr. R.S.J., Dr. Pramila, Parur Venkatraman sir, and Dr. Vedavalli, Dr. M.B. Vedavalli. They all have had a role to play in what I am today. So that's how my journey started.
Very, very beautiful. I mean, I'm so happy to hear all the professors' names of whom I went through also all my studies, and their disciplined work and their disciplined teaching and their expectation to be the disciplined person is what made all of us into who we are today. That's really amazing to and I'm so glad to know that you are my junior. I mean, I very recently came to know about it. Big high five for that.
Yes.
And I know you studied under the legendary Lalgudi sir in his style, and under himself directly for more than 20 years, and until his last days. Please share how you got the opportunity, first of all, to meet him, and your experience learning from him, and so forth. Because that is something like people usually go 1 or 2 years study under some big musician and call themselves musicians. I mean, you studied almost 20 years, and you still is a down-to-earth person when it comes to music. And this is definitely amazing to see you being who you are. So if you can share your experience, that would be great, Shankari.
Sure. While I was doing my MA Music, I had the good fortune of coming under the tutelage of the great Lalgudi sir through my maternal uncle, Shri P.S. Subramanian, who is the secretary of Chedanagar Subramanian Samaj, Mumbai. I treasure all the memorable moments right from the day I got introduced to the great maestro. The journey continued for many years. Actually, I just I applied for some scholarship from the Lalgudi sir. He was giving some scholarship for the students who have merit. So for to get the scholarship only, I was asked to meet him, but he asked me to sing, and he said, I will definitely give you the scholarship from Lalgudi Trust. And then he also said, I will also accept you as my student. I will teach you. That was a great day for me. So I cannot forget that day. To me, Lalgudi sir had not only been a strict and a great teacher in making me what I am today in the music profession, but also has had a great influence in the way I live. Being a great Rasika himself, he taught me how to take the best from everything around me. So it was a beautiful journey. No words I cannot express in my words.
Wonderful. That's very, I'm really happy to hear that. I happened to meet Lalgudi sir very, 1 or 2 times, since my, my kids, when they were young, they went there to study few tilanas and varnams and stuff like that. And he was at a very, later age of, his time, but he's such a wonderful human being. I only happened to meet him twice or thrice in my life, but within that, few times, what I observed was he's such a beautiful human being, with that much of knowledge. Still he stayed committed to what he is for, and then his such a down-to-earth human being. And it touches many of us, and I'm really happy to know that you studied in that legacy for almost 20 years. That's amazing. My kudos to you, Shankari, for that.
I was so blessed. I'm so fortunate.
Very nice, very nice. I'm so happy to hear that. And then my next question to you is I know you teach at Mother Teresa University, and you also teach at Brihadvani, one of the amazing organizations to work for. And you also run your own music school, Samruddhi, right? And this really shows your passion for teaching Carnatic music to the not only to the current generation but to the next generation musicians. Please shed some light on your teaching career and how you do it. How I know you enjoy it, so we wanted to hear from you, like what you think about it.
Yes, thank you, Rose. Soon after my MPhil, I got to work at Mother Teresa University, Women's University, for almost 5 years. Later, I joined as a faculty because the university got shifted to Kodaikanal, so I had to quit the university job position. And by the time I got married and settled in Chennai, as I wanted to be in Chennai to equip more, to learn more from Nalgudi sir, and the Chennai, as you know, Chennai is a seat of music, so I wanted to be here. So later I joined as a faculty in Brihadvani, the Research and Training Center for the Music of the World. You know more about Dr. KSS, Dr. Carnatic Subramanian. He has evolved a system called this correlated objective music education training program. Basically, it's a teaching methodology. So I learned the methodology, the scientific methods to teach. I was so excited to learn that from him. At Brihadvani, I was introduced to many artists from different genres, including theatre artists, Bharatanatyam dancers, and many classical and jazz musicians. So it gave me a great exposure to interact with other musicians. While giving performances all over India and other abroad, I've also been teaching online and in person for many years. So all these performance and concerts and the institutional experience and the urge to do more for the next generation of seekers of music took the better of me, and I started Samruddhi in 2018. After starting Samruddhi, I've been doing a lot of workshops. I've started a YouTube channel called Samruddhi Sishyas, wherein I motivate my students to practice and upload their video recordings, which are being very well received by God's grace. I've been trying to give my students more space to globally exhibit their talents. Happy to see some of them already started performing.
So, very, very beautiful. Very happy.
I am so blessed to have lovely students also.
That's very important, for teachers, like we can keep teaching more and more, but the thing is the receivers have to have the same act and same attitude. So yes. I'm really happy to hear that. I'm very, very, okay, people, if you are watching from any part of the world, now we know Sankari has music school and she is willing to teach, and please connect with her and her style. What I have learned from her background is wonderful, background, and it is definitely worth giving it a try. And please make sure if you are thinking about joining some legendary musical, learning, just talk to her. Shankari, that's wonderful to hear that. I'm so, so happy that you're doing that. And I might be, I really wanted to know. I mean, I know Brihadvani is one of the, major organizations for the world music. But what you told me right now, I'm really more interested in knowing what is the different style of teaching methodology, other than what we all do. I'm curious to find out. So I will have a one-on-one talk with you, or I will talk to Karakuri sir.
I will just quickly brief.
Okay, that would be wonderful.
He has evolved a set of exercises for voice and rhythm, basically, to strengthen your layam and to fix the issues of the voice. So one set of exercises, and the exercise give you a lot of scope for your creativity also. So basically understanding the gamakas. Once you understand the gamakas, you can sing any music.
Wow, that's really amazing.
Without mixing. So basically is that, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, that is totally, something, like I really wanted to know. It's a really an amazing project for me, I mean, anywhere, anything new I hear, I always wanted to learn. So that's something like I wanted to learn too. So that's beautiful. And my next question to you is, I came to know that you had done a residency in the US, right? I think it's I don't know if they call it OMI or OMI. So I'm kind of mixing with that. But I heard about it. It's one of the prestigious residency program. But so whatever it is, OMI, let me call it OMI now. You can correct me later on. OMI International Musicians Residency. And can you tell us how you got the opportunity and what have you done during the time of the residency and what was the final outcome of all that at the end of it?
Yeah, it's called OMI only. OMI International Musicians Residency. In 2008, actually this is at Hudson near New York. So every year they invite about 15 musicians from all over the globe and for 2 weeks in-house residency to interact with one another and present a concert towards the end of the residency. So I was invited in 2008 to this prestigious residency, and it was a valuable experience to interact with very, very, very creative musicians. I was the only Indian there. Yeah, so many people from New York, US, Europe. There was a saxophone artist from Serbia. Many 15 musicians are.
That's really beautiful.
All over,
and
yeah.
What was in the residency? What was the entirety? Like, what did everybody do, and what did you do? So they projected on their own music, or they kind of collaborated with each other.
It's absolutely collaborative. Every musician, every participant of the residency was given 6 minutes time to compose. Every musician had to compose for 6 minutes, and they have to include the other artists and present a program. So I was part of about 4 or 5 programs, and I invited some of the musicians from the group for my composition, and together we presented. The total duration was about 1.5 hours.
Now it's a time. What was your composition? I mean, if you don't mind, just give a clip of what you have composed. It'll be nice for our audience to. I mean, even just a few lines or one line, even, or something for us to hear.
I was sorry, I don't remember the exact tune now, but I composed something in Vakulabaranam.
That's good. That's good to go.
Yeah, Vakulabaranam without lyrics. Because the other musicians, they don't know our lyrics, right? It's harder for them, yeah. So I just said some melody in Kandanadai and Tishra Jampai.
Wow, that's extensive.
Yeah. And one Mexican drummer was playing for me, and on flautist, and on saxophonist, and on one piano player as part of my group. And the Mexican drummer was very good in talam, So that is the reason I composed in a little complicated talam for.
Very true.
I tried something. It was well received, but I'm unable to sing the line now because
I know, it was 2008. I completely understand. Now that we talked about Vakulabaranam, if you want to give us a little sample for Vakulabaranam for our audience, anything else is fine too.
I think if I reproduce the melody which I composed, it will be more proper. Maybe in some other occasion I will sing
Of course. No, I don't want to put you on spot. That's really, really amazing to hear that. That's beautiful, to hear about, your composition in that particular program, in this, particular, what do you call, residency program.
Yes.
And so you are into so many cross-cultural performances also, right? And can you tell us about, the cross-cultural, performances, and where all you did, and with whom all you worked with in these kind of programs? I'm curious to know.
Yeah. I'm happy to mention that I've done a few recordings with Professor Dr. David Clement, a Western classical composer from New York. I've also performed with professional jazz musicians like Steve Coleman, a popular saxophonist from the US, and few other musicians from Europe and US. As you know, jazz is more of creativity and manodharmam, right? So it was more of on the spot singing.
Wow, that would go well with our type of music. That's beautiful to know. Amazing, amazing. That's really amazing to know. And also, you had won many awards and titles. And can you tell us the most memorable ones that you had received? And, if you remember it.
Every title is memorable only.
Of course. I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, every single one is like, okay, you know what, something, you are a down to earth person. So you say you probably will not, I only could mention few of your titles. So I just wanted to bring it up so that at least you can talk about it more.
As I already mentioned, every single title is very, very important, and it's really motivating us to do more, to do work more towards, better. So in that, but I would like to mention a memorable concert here. Pandit Ravi Shankar, Bharat Ratna Pandit Ravi Shankar, he attended my concert in San Diego Indian Fine Arts Academy in 2011. That was really memorable. So all the way, he's a great musician, as we all know. That's Pandit Ravi Shankar and his wife, they attended a 3-hour concert, and after the concert, he blessed me, and he appreciated me. I will never forget that this thing. I always cherish that moment.
Of course, that's amazing. I'm really glad. I mean, we wish all our yesterday musicians live with us. That is, I don't know. I mean, we all know like everybody has to leave one day, but some of the people we still have. I mean, when I met with Ravi Shankar ji too, their whole family, it is we never can find a person like him, their family. That's amazing that he sat down and listened to your entire 3-hour concert, and
yes.
It's a big blessing for sure. And,
yeah, that was a greatest blessing indeed.
Amazing. Happy to know that.
And also, I have done a few Veena voice concerts. You've already mentioned in my intro. That's your intro.
Actually, I was going to ask you about it. If you can tell Veena voice concert, a little bit, yes.
So singing with Veena is not that easy because it's every instrument has its own challenges, right? So, this alongside the Veena Maestro, KSS sir, Karikudi Subramaniam sir, in India, and also in 5 different places in Europe, they performed with Dr. KSS. Tichur Narendran sir was accompanying us. And recently, last year, I had the great opportunity to perform with our RSJ ma'am. Yeah, in last year.
Wow,
last
that's
Navratri,
amazing.
they were considered
That's really amazing. And I have a small clip that I stole from your, wherever. I'm going to play that for our audience. It's a few minutes video. I'm going to play that for everyone now. That was such a beautiful rendering, Shankari. And
Thank you. This is a concert last season from Vani Mahal.
oh, okay, okay. And in my, I mean, it was a song, a big piece of it, but I couldn't, get the entire thing. So I just wanted to at least show a little bit of it to our audience.
Thank you so much.
And let's also, I usually go and see in the comment column if anybody is writing anything, so that if you want to answer their questions, let's go see what they have right now. N. Muralikrishnan, NMK, is saying, welcome, Shankari ji. Okay, so that's another senior of you are,
Yes. Hello, Murali. Namaskaram.
And he says, can you please demonstrate what you mean with the gamakas? So this probably, when you talked about Karikudi sir's style, that you mentioned that, how they sing everything with the gamakas or with the rhythm, the teaching methodology. So probably he's mentioning that. So if you can mention a little bit more about that style, that's what he's asking, I'm guessing.
Yeah. To demonstrate that, maybe I should sing a folk melody and then a classical melody. So how the gamakas are different in both genres.
Beautiful. That will be amazing.
We have done a lot of thematic presentations from folk to classical. How our Carnatic music evolved from. You mentioned in the beginning also how this evolved from folk music. I quickly just.
That really will be amazing. Yeah. So please.
This is a popular kummi part in Tamil. Tannanane tananane tananane tannane tannanane tananane tananane tannane தேங்காய் வெட்டி தேங்காய் நார் உரிச்சு தென்னம்பால் எடுத்து தள்ளி மாவெடிச்சு தேங்காய் பூவுல தேன் மணக்குது தேவதி பெண்களும் கும்மியடி பச்சைப்பயத்தை உடைச்சு குட்டி பசும் பால ஊத்தி களறி வச்சு தும்பி வெறுத்த கொழுந்தனர் சாமிக்கு கொண்டு வரேன் குடமல்லியப்பூ தன்னானே தான நன்னே தான நன்னே தன்னானே தன்னானே தான நன்னே தான நன்னே தன்னானே. पवनज स्तुति पात्र पावन शरीर रवि सोमवर नेत्र रमणीय गात्र पवनज स्तुति पात्र पावन चरित्र रवि सोमवर नेत्र रमणीय गात्र सीता कल्याण वैभोग में रामा कल्याण वैभोग में. The same melody in folk tradition, here in classical. I would like to give one more example.
That's really beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, so we are waiting for the one more example. Yes, please go ahead, Shankari.
Just a couple of lines, okay, just to demonstrate.
Audience, that was an amazing rendering. Please give her a big round of applause. I know like several of you are watching. I'm seeing many eyes watching, but please give her a big round of applause. And I would definitely appreciate if you guys could do that. Thank you, Shankari.
There are many folk songs, and almost in every region we have folk tradition, right? One more example. வெப்பலைய கையில் எடுத்து மாறி வீதி வழி விளையாடுவான் தீச்சட்டிய கையில் எடுத்து மாறி தெரு மீது விளையாடுவான் வெப்பலைய கையில் எடுத்து தன்ன பச்சவில் தோணிகள் பலி சூரத் எச்சரிக்ககார வெப்பலைய தன்ன. The same phrase, you know.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, you know, how you are, you know, that's very, very beautiful to know that.
Yeah.
Look into the
the folk songs are generally an expression of emotional outpouring, right? So more of it's a very simple melody, but very catchy melody. But how it has evolved as a great art form, classical form. The folk form also is a great form only. But the changes, the differences between the two traditions, you know.
Right. That's really beautiful. Yeah, that is very, very beautiful.
One more typical example. Mayadanta bale bantanna ಮದಗಾದ ಕೆರೆಗೆ ಅಂಗಿನಷ್ಟು ಮೋಡನಾದಿ ಭೂಮಿ ತೂಗದ ಕಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿ ಗುಡುಗಿ ಗೂಡಾಗಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಡುಗಿ ಗೂಡಾಗಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿದಳು ಗಂಗಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ಮಾಯದಂತ ಮಳಿ ಬಂತಣ್ಣ ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಯ್ಯ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸಸಿರನಾಮದ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣ ದಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊ. The same melody.
Wow, wow, wow. That's really amazing. I have to put my mic away and then I have to go. A big round of applause. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Shankari. That's very, very beautiful. So let's see whether we have any more questions from anybody. You know, I don't want to miss out. You know, Arasu is saying happy day, Rosamma. And he's also saying warm welcome. Amma, great to see you. Keep rocking. Banu Kumar is giving a lot of hearts to you and also a lot of, you know, and Muralikrishnan. Thank you so much for all of you. And Muralikrishnan again at the end, he says amazing singing. Thank you so much, Shankari. I mean, you can also view that, you know, later on if anybody is asking any questions, and, you know, we always keep, you know, if the audience wanted to talk to us. Sometimes it could be your students or your fans or your, sometimes people will be watching because we kind of go with the odd timing. It's early in the morning in India. Sometimes people will be watching, coming back and watching later on. At that time, if you happen to see their comments, you can always go and answer them. So we almost came to the rapid round. What the rapid round is, basically, I pulled out a lot of pictures of you from different places. Okay, so I will be placing it on the screen, and you have to remember where it is from, and you also have to tell, in one sentence, maximum one sentence, and you have to tell us what it is about and where it is from, whatever memory you have about that picture.
Sure.
So that is the rapid round. So let's start here, starting from this.
Wow. This was in 2010. I got Sangeeta Sevamani from Kanchimat Acharya. Wow, my guru. This picture was taken on his 80th birthday. It's a very special picture. Wow. This is Isai Tendral Award last year. The organization Isai honored me with this title. I received this title from our RSJ ma'am, Dr. RSJ Lakshmi. I was blessed to receive from her.
I know, such a beautiful human being.
Yeah. This picture is from Shanmukananda Sabha, Mumbai, some 4 or 5 years ago. Trivandrum Sampath on violin, and B. Shivaraman sir Mridangam, and Shri KVG in Kanjira, KV Gopalakrishnan. Wow. This is Music Academy concert from, I think it's from 2011. Yeah. September 6. Oh, this is Rajalakshmi Fine Arts. Yeah, again, I would like to mention here, Rajalakshmi Fine Arts, you must be knowing, it's one of the popular sabhas in Coimbatore. They used to give me different thematic concerts. I have done about 10 or 11 thematic concerts for them, and they have released many that's albums, thematic albums. Yethukula Kambodi. I have sung about 16 compositions in the raga Yethukula Kambodi. Rajalakshmi Fine Arts has also released compositions in Tirukkural and Tamil compositions, and many thematic Tara, the Beauty of Madhyama Shruti. And recently, last year, they have released my album Meenakshi, the Navaratna Malika of Shyama Sastri. Top artists have played Sri H.N. Bhaskar in violin, and Sri J. Vaidyanathan and Katam Karthi have played. They released last October. Yeah, this is one of the albums from Rajalakshmi Fine Arts, Yethukula Kambodi. This is the album cover. Oh, this is the special Veena voice concert. It was in Kokkola, Finland, in the year 2008. This is Cleveland concert. Sundaran Mama is giving his address after the concert. In the year, I think 2014. Yeah, this is, I was very fortunate to give this legdom on my Guru's compositions last year, a couple of years ago in Rasigarnjana Sabha. This is again a thematic presentation with my students Pavitra and Anusuya in Rasigarnjana Sabha. It's on Periya Puranam Kirtanigal. It's thematic presentation. Yeah, this is this also Trinity Fine Arts honored me with the title Isai. The year I think it is 2015. Yeah, 15 or 16. Yeah, this is very, very, very special picture. Soon after my concert in the San Diego Indian Fine Arts Academy, Pandit Ravi Shankarji and Sukanya ma'am, his wife, with my co-artist Anuradha, Srimati Anuradha Sridhar and Ravi Kumar Valmurthy from San Diego. Wow. This is Swami Dayananda Saraswati. I was blessed to get his darshan and his blessings just a few months before he attended his samadhi, I think in the year 2017, I think so.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a beautiful picture.
Yeah. This is the great P. Sushila Amma. This also again in 2013, Sushila Amma, she came to on big music festival. So I was introduced to her. This is one of my class sessions. I'm teaching sessions with my dear students. Wow, Karikuri Mani sir and our Suguna ma'am is here. This picture is from my student Gauri, who is sitting behind. Gauri's Arangetram. Karikuri Mani sir and our Suguna ma'am were the chief guests. So this is online workshop. Last year I did for organization in Bangalore-based organization. Trikala. Oh, my parents. My appa is
happy to see them both. I'm very happy to see them both.
Yeah. This was taken maybe in 2010. My lovely siblings, my akka and my tambi. This is my supportive husband. He's been supportive from the day one. I'm so fortunate to.
Very happy to somehow find the picture to, announce it to the world.
Very, very rare pictures.
Right. I stole it from somewhere or other.
Okay. You got the right pictures. This picture is from OMI with other musicians I mentioned, right? So 15 musicians from all over globe. Next to me is Serbian saxophonist. On my left side is a New York jazz singer, and this accordion player from Germany, and a flautist from Europe. And yeah, many people. And there's the Mexican drummer is sitting, and the Russian trumpet player.
Very beautiful picture. Yeah. Very happy to see the picture.
Very good memories. Very, very good memories. This is my first guru, Sri Trivani Kovil Sri K.S. Subramanian. I started learning from him from when I was in 6th standard. As I already mentioned, he's a very, very encouraging and motivating guru. Very, very happy to see his picture.
You did a great job. I thought you will stutter. Randomly I put some concert pictures. You'll be going, I'm not sure where it is from. You did not do anything. You just launched your answers.
Thank you, Rose, for choosing beautiful right pictures.
It's amazing pictures. I mean, I thought you will be very happy to, see them all with me and with the audience. This is really beautiful.
Very, very happy.
Sometimes, we bring our memories back through these old pictures. So, I always do the rapid round, expecting that something or other the musicians will forget and they say, where is this from? You got it, And it never happened in my show yet. You did an amazing job on that, Shankari. And,
you really have done a good homework.
I tried. Let's see. I think we also see a few more questions or something. Let's see. We have amazing singing. When talking about KSSR, notation could be the next topic. Okay, so Murli has done some notation, project when he was in the university. That's what he's talking about. I think he was, KSSR was one of the guides for him. And Banu Kumar is saying, we are indeed blessed. So beautiful to hear that. And now Murli is all jumping. He says, my guru RSJ ma'am. Probably he wrote it when we put that picture of RSJ ma'am. So happy to see all these comments. Sometimes there will be like, they will pick up some topics and then they will put it on the, spot to ask some questions and stuff like that. So I was expecting that. And sometimes people will be listening to it later on. So if you happen to see any of the questions coming up, you can always go. This will be there always on my page and on YouTube. And also you can always go back and answer them, Shankari. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful interview. Thank you so much. And do you have any advice or any kind of thing you wanted to share to the current and the next generation musicians who wants to take music as a career?
Not advice, but out of my experience, I would like to mention that everyone should have good listening experience. You should not just listen to just a few clippings from YouTube and you need to listen to the full concepts, and the more and more you listen, it's good for you to tap your creativity. So listening is very, very, very important apart from learning, and of course consistent practice and consistent guided listening will help, and without any bias, irrespective of any school. You should not have that, no, I belong to this school, I belong to the, no. You should be open-minded to listen to all types of music and take the best from everything. That's what our gurus advised us, and we have been doing it, and I'm trying to share this with my students and other young seekers.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's amazing. That's really happy, like a good advice to everyone, like a Kelvi Nyanam நம்ம எதில சொல்லுவோம். My Kelvi Nyanam listen to a lot. I mean, not only just current music, yesteryear's music.
Yesteryear's, yes.
Yeah, so that has all the stuff in it,
and you have exposure now. You have everything, right? In YouTube's and Sangeeta Priya, and you have full-fledged concerts. A lot of when we grew, we didn't have that much, and when we learned, and we were not supposed to record the sessions and all. வாத்தியார் சொல்வார் இல்ல மைண்ட்ல இருக்கணும் எல்லாம் இல்லாட்டா இதுல போய்டும் அப்படினு சொல்லிட்டு அந்த மாதிரி
இப்போ it is always everything. Our brain was a computer. Whatever we learned, it has to all register in the brain. So there was no very rarely we, of course, we notate ourselves. We take at least the words, and then we notate ourselves, all these things. We never had, even I had a small tiny little tape recorder, and we were not allowed to, so I have to sneak into my purse, and then sometimes like
your mic is mute.
Oh, sorry about that. I used to say when we used to study, I used to have a little tape recorder, and I used to sneak inside my purse or bag, and then record, because we were not allowed to record, and we wanted to say, we have to have our own, like a paper and pencil.
And also not every student is having tape recorder, was afford to have a tape recorder also.
Exactly.
Right?
In those days,
that's not common. That's not common.
Exactly. I used to fight with my dad to get a small little tape recorder in second hand, not even a new one.
That's now you have everything. You have a computer. You have there is a smartphone. Everything. அது வந்து plus and minus தான் both.
True. There is a plus and there is a minus as well. Yeah, that's true. Very nice. Very, very beautifully spoken, Shankari. Thank you so much for joining us today. This was, one of the, very intelligent interviews I had ever made it.
Oh,
do you have anything at all you wanted to share with our audience today? Like anything at all other
My
than what we have.
my sincere thanks for inviting me to share my musical journey, and also my sincere thanks to all the Rasikas and viewers for their patience and goodwill. As without them, no experience is complete.
Very true. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Shankari. I mean, this is an amazing
Thank you so much.
interview, and my personal thanks to you for accepting and coming and talking to our audience, so they get to see why I do this Artist Beyond Limits. Is every artist have a lot of pluses, lot of minuses when they are learning, when they are growing up as artists. You know, people think that okay, the gloriously every artist come up with okay with privilege so that they become artists. It's not. We all go through all hardships, you know, in to learn this music, and then somehow, you know, it's just not mere luck that everybody becomes artists. So, you know, like Artists Beyond Limits is basically created, you know, there are several of them out there. You know, they are scared to take art field as a, you know, a career, and some of them, you know, run behind. Even my own self, I'm telling you, being an artist myself, I sent my kids to study for a you know, MBBS, like a doctor, and then another child for engineering, and thinking that what if something goes wrong, they have something in hand. So, you know, and you know, as I always mention, my daughter, she finished her medicine, and she took that certificate, gave it to me. Mom, this 8.5 by 11 is yours. This is what you wanted me to get it. I got it. This because you always loved it. Here it is. So I'm going to become a musician. She instantly just walked out, and then now she is pursuing music. You know, like
Yeah, I have heard a lot of good things about your daughter. She's an extraordinary, she's an extremely talented musician. I would like to listen to her someday.
Kandipa, definitely. I mean, you know, one of those days, you know, when you come to LA next time, you know, please do come to our house. We'll sit down maybe for on a dinner. We'll just relax.
Thank
And
you,
then
thank
you
you,
definitely
Rose.
have to come home, and we will definitely
Definitely,
do
we should meet. Yeah,
that. We'll do
we
that.
should.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful
share.
interview.
Yeah.
Very beautiful interview, Shankari. Thank you again so much for sharing all your expertise and experiences with me and to the audience. And let's see whether we have any more questions at all, so that before we leave, so that you know we don't miss out anyone. So I think that's all for now. So we have. So again, thank you very much, and my sincere thanks to you for joining us. And this was such a wonderful interview, Shankari.
So happy, Rose. Thank you so much for all the kind words. You are too kind.
And now I'm going to just talk to our audience, just at the final end words. Thanks to everyone. And, you know, this was such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful interview. And thank you all for joining us, you know, to be with us patiently. You know, in conclusion, the positive impacts of music and the singers on our communities are profound and enduring. And from ancient, you know, chants that bound people together to modern anthems that unite a global audience, music's role in shaping our world cannot be overstated, right? And as we celebrate the artists from yesterday and today, including our finest vocalist, Sankari Krishnan, let us recognize and embrace the enduring power of music they perform or make or present to inspire, connect, and transform our communities to the better tomorrow. You know, also thank you all, my dear audience, and you know, from all over the world, you have been a positive support always, and for every week to join me with our special guest. I tell you that your support and for my broadcast is very important, not only to me but also to each one of our special guests who take part in these special episodes as well. You know, if you haven't started following, please make sure to follow or like my page. Dr. Rose Muralikrishnan is my page's name, or subscribe. Or if you are watching over the YouTube channel right now, there are 2 YouTube channels simultaneously in 3 places it's going. One is Dr. Rose Muralikrishnan page, and the second one is Spring Nectar TV, and also Dr. Rose Muralikrishnan YouTube. So those 2 are the last 2 are the YouTube channels. Just subscribe, and you can also send it to your family and friends so that they get to enjoy our artists' special interviews as well. And also I will see you next week with yet another amazing artist on the Artist Beyond Limits series. Till then, keep smiling, be happy, stay safe, and spread love through music and dance or any other fine arts with everyone around you and around the world to make this world a beautiful place to live. Love to you all, and see you all next week again with yet another wonderful artist. Until then, thank you so much, and bye bye now. Love to you all. Bye.